So last week we have seen our mini project 1, and this week we'll go with mini project 2. In project 1, we have discussed about employee management system, and where we have taken the modules like add employee, list employee, update employee, and delete employee, simple CRUD operations. Today in this mini project 2, let us go with one more project here, one more application, that is banking project. Let us go with this banking project. So when you go with this banking project, what modules we are going to have? We should able to open account. Then we should able to get the account details by account number, deposit amount to an account, then withdraw amount from the account, then get all accounts. What are the accounts you are having? You should able to get all the accounts, and delete account. So these are the modules what we are going to have in this banking project. We should able to open, get account by account number, deposit amount, withdraw amount, get all accounts, and delete account. And we are going to develop this backend. Backend is with Spring Boot, same Spring Boot. And we are going to make use of, in this Spring Boot, we'll use Spring Web MVC, Spring Web, then Spring Data JPA. And we use the tools like Lombok. And database, we'll make use of MySQL, and the front end we develop by using Angular. Now, let us initially start off with backend. So we'll go with backend initially. Complete backend we'll develop initially. Then after that we'll go with front end. In mini project 1, we have done one by one. So sometimes in our project there will be some group of people who will be working only with the backend. Some group of people will be working only with the front end. So once the backend is totally complete, then only they go with the front end part. So that's the reason in this project 2, first let us complete total backend. Then after that we'll see how to go with front end part. Now, so backend. Let us create one database first. Create a database. Let me go with the name mini project 2DB. At MySQL prompt, or you can use Workbench also. Create database mini project 2DB. Let us do this. For this case, let us go with the Workbench. Connect to the root account. Let us create database. Create database. Mini project 2DB. And this command, select and click on this symbol, execute. So create database mini project has been created. Now say use mini project 2DB. Now when you say show tables, in this we are not having any tables, no tables here up to here. No. The next step, let us go with the database. So here we are going to make use of the database, create a Spring Starter project in STS. We'll go with the name banking app. Type Maven, Java version 17. group com.rajtech, artifact, banking app, then package com.rajtech.bank app. Click next. Then in the project, we are going to add the dependencies. Add the following project dependencies. That is Spring Web, Spring Data JPA, MySQL Driver, and Lombok. Click finish. Right? So this is the project, and remaining things you can follow from the recording. Let us create one new project here. File new Spring Starter project. Let us go with the name banking app. Package com.rajtech.bank app. Click next. Here, choose the dependencies, add the Spring dependencies like Spring Web, Spring Data JPA, then Lombok, MySQL Driver. So we are adding these 4 dependencies into the project. Click on Finish button. Once the project is created, you can check for the dependencies added in pym.xml file, the Spring starters. So we are having Spring Boot Starter Data JPA, Spring Boot Starter Web, MySQL Connector, and Lombok. Now, the next step. So here, to manage this banking, we require what? What is the modules we are doing? We are able to open account, get account details, and deposit amount like this. So we require one database table, account table. So for that, we have to create one entity class, account class. So let us create one entity class. For that, let us create one package com.rajtech.bankingapp.entity. In this package, create a class account. Go with the properties. These all things are simple. Almost every project will look similar. Small changes will be there based on the business application. So let us go with private. We require account number. So we'll go with long account number, private string customer name, private double account balance. Go with the Lombok annotations no args constructor, all args constructor, and data. These are our Lombok annotations. To mark this account class as entity class, entity, table. To change the name of the table, let me go with the name accounts. Then now account number, you mark it as primary key, ID, generate the primary key, generated value, strategy equal to generation type dot identity. Then to change the name of the column, column, name equal to account underscore number. This one column, name equal to customer underscore name, column, name equal to account balance, account underscore balance. So these are our JPA annotations. Right? This completes our entity class. Clear up here? Any questions? Any project we take, entity class we have to create, and we use JPA annotations and Lombok annotations. So making our task simple. Now, next one, let us go with the database connections, where we have to do in application.properties file, provide the database connection details and JPA details. Spring dot data source dot driver class name, then spring dot data source dot URL jdbasic colon mysql colon slash slash localhost colon 3306 slash mini project 2db. Spring dot data source dot username is root. Spring dot data source dot password is also root. Next one, spring dot jpa dot properties dot hibernate dot dialect, so which is MySQL dialect, org dot hibernate dot dialect dot MySQL dialect. Next one, spring dot jpa dot hibernate ddl data to update spring dot jpa dot show SQL as true. So these are our application.properties file to get the database connection. Now, so we can even convert this file into YML like this. Right click and say here you can see convert dot properties to YAML file. So if you are writing like this, let me copy this. Spring convert to .YAML. So here it will be looking like this. So anyone we can use. Anyone, either you can go with property application.properties file, or you can even make use of application.yml file. Okay, so YML file looks like this. So don't get confused. So when you see any YML files, okay. So in my case, I'm comfortable with application.properties file. I'll be using this application.properties file. I'm deleting this YML file. Right now, once we create this entity class and do the database connections in application.properties file, providing all the properties. Now let us run the project. I click on project and say run as Spring Boot app. Right? See, the table has been created. Create table accounts with account number, account balance, and customer name. So you can check it in the database table. Show tables. So here you can see a new table, accounts. And if you say select star from accounts. Now, when we run this command, see here, we are not having any records present in this accounts table. Just the table has been created for us. Clear up here? Any questions? Now the database table is ready to use. Now the next step, let us create one repository for this account entity class. So for repository, create a new package, bank app.repository. Sorry. In this repository, create a new interface, account repository. So what we have to do, make this interface extends JPA repository, entity class is account, and the primary key data type is log, and mark it as @repository. That's it. So this completes our repository interface. Now, once we have done with this, now in this project, I'm going to make use of a concept called as DTOs. In this project, I'm going to make use of what? DTOs. So what is this DTO is? DTO stands for Data Transfer Object. DTO stands for what? Data Transfer Object. What is the use of going with the DTOs is, DTOs act as a contract. DTO act as what? Act as a contract for data exchange. DTO acts as what? As a contract for data exchange. But the main use of going with the DTO is security. So providing a flexible, secure and efficient way to manage data flow. Efficient way to manage data flow within and across applications. Within and across application layers in a Spring Boot application. So when you take a Spring Boot application, I want to exchange the data from service to controller. So when you are exchanging the data from service to controller, we don't want to use our actual entity class. So we don't want to use what? Our actual entity class for security related things. So that's the reason it's as a contract for exchanging, providing a flexible and secure and efficient way to manage data. So we don't want to share the actual existing entity class. So what we do, we create one DTO class, and whatever the account object we are having, that account object will be storing in DTO. It's mainly for what? Data transfer object. Then we'll be using that DTO for transferring the data from one application to another application. So that's the part here. So manage data flow within and across application layers in a Spring Boot application, from service layer to controller layer. So when you are transferring data, we are going to make use of it, like even from service layer to DB layer. So when you are transferring data from service to DB layer, so we are going to make use of DTOs. It's mainly for security reasons. Now, here for DTO, let us create one. Let us go with one package, DTO, banking app.dto. In this package, create a new class, account DTO. So we generally take the entity class name and we end with the DTO. Account DTO. Then in this account DTO, we'll take the same properties. Whatever the properties we are having, we'll take the same properties of account properties over here also. Like this, provide long account number, provide string customer name, provide double account balance. Then apply the Lambda conditions no args constructor, all args constructor, data. These are our Lambda conditions. Like it's mainly for data transfer from one layer to another layer. We are going to make use of DTOs. Once we create this DTO, we have to map it now. So we should able to convert from account DTO to account, from account to account DTO. Both the directions we should able to convert. That only we call mapper class. That concept what we call mapper class. So mapper class is mainly to convert our entity to DTO class and DTO class to entity. So for that we go with a mapper class. So under DTO, create one class account mapper. In this account mapper, we'll go with a method public static account map to account. To this map to account method, we'll pass account DTO object. So when you are giving this account DTO object to this map to account, it should return account object. What it should return? Account object. So converting from account DTO to account. That is the use of this method map to account. Then here what we do? We create object of account class. Then to this account class, we have to pass the data. What it is to the constructor, what you need to pass? Account DTO dot get account number. So we are passing the arguments. See what you are doing, you are creating object of account class to the constructor. This object data should be passed to this account class constructor. So we are calling the method account dot get account number, account DTO dot get customer name, then account DTO dot get account balance. That's it. Okay. So what is the use of this method? Map to account. Whatever the account DTO object we are getting, that we convert into account, and we have to return this. Return account. That's it. So that is the use of this method map to account. Now create one more method, public static account DTO map to account DTO, which takes account object now. So if you are giving account object to this map to account DTO, it should return object of account DTO. Map to account will take account DTO as argument, will return account object, and map to account DTO will take account object as argument, will return account DTO. There's a small difference here. So here what we have to do? We have to create account DTO object. To the constructor, what we need to pass? We are having account object in hand. So what you should do? Account dot get account number, then comma account dot get customer name, account dot get account balance. That's it. So to the constructor of account DTO, we are passing our account arguments, account number, customer name, and balance. Then return account DTO. That's it. So this is our mapper class. So the use of mapper class is to map our account DTO to account to account DTO, both the directions. And what is the need of going with the DTO? It's for security. So instead of using our original entity class, we are going to transport our object data over layers using DTO class. So for security, we'll make use of this like this. Got it? Clear? Any questions? Moving to the next one. So let us move to the next one, that is service layer. For service, let us create one package dot service. In this service package, create a new interface, account service. Now, in this account service, go with the method account DTO open account, which takes account DTO as argument. So we play everything. We're using account DTO only. We won't use our exact DTOs. Sorry, we won't use our entity class account. We use account DTO. So here we are going with a method open account which takes account DTO as argument. So whatever the argument we are passing this account object, this we should persist into the table, accounts table. That is the use of this open account. Now, once we create this interface with the method open account, now what we need to do? We need to create implementation class. So whatever the method you have created, let us create one implementation class. Let us go step by step here. One method, let us write and check whether it is working or not. So create one implementation class. How the name should be? Account service IMPL. Make this class implements account service. See, we get error. Override the method open account. Now, in this one, you mark this one as a service. In this class, let us go with the property account repository. Account repository and inject automatically at the rate auto void. Now, in this method, account DTO, that is, sorry, in this method open account, what I should do? Whatever the object we are giving, that we have to persist into database table. So before, but what you are having in hand, we are having account DTO object. Let me change to account DTO here so that we won't have any confusion. So what you are having in hand, account DTO object. So, but what we can persist, only account object we can persist. But you are having what? The entity class name, what we are using account. So directly I cannot persist account DTO object into accounts table. I cannot map this account DTO with our database table. So what is our next step? We have to convert this account DTO into account like this. So account equal to account mapper dot map to account here. So what you are having in hand, account DTO, I should convert into account. So for that we are calling the method account mapper dot map to account and pass your account DTO object which converts into account object. Now we are having account object in hand. So what you do? You say account saved account equal to call the method account repository dot save and pass your account object. That's it. So in Spring Data JPA, we are having which method? Save method. To the save method, if you pass our account object, this will take care of persisting our object data into table. Now return. You say return account mapper dot map to account DTO and pass your saved account. Okay. Now, so when controller is calling this method, to the controller we won't give our actual entity class object. We'll give the DTO object. That's the reason we are passing this saved account. We are converting into DTO and passing this. So what you are having? You are having account, but when you are giving to the controller, we are not giving our exact entity class object. We are converting into map to account DTO, and that object we are returning means DTO object you are returning to the controller. So this is our open account method. Now, the next step, we have to go with the controller to create our REST APIs. To create the REST APIs, we have to create one controller class. I click on blank app package and say new package controller. Now, in this package, create a class account controller. This is our major thing. Then mark it as a controller class. How to mark it? At the rate REST controller. Then at the rate request mapping. So for all the things, we'll say API/accounts. Anything, any name we can use. API/accounts we are using. In this account controller, we'll make use of the property account service. So by using account service only, we can call the service methods. Account service, inject automatically at the rate auto-void. Now let us create one REST API. Let us go with the method public response entity account DTO. Go with the method open account, which takes account DTO as argument. Then what we should do? We have to invoke our actual service. So here say return response entity account service. By using account service, we are going to call the method open account. To this, we are going to pass our account DTO. And we are going to provide the status, HTTP status as created. Means the object has been created and inserted into the table. That's it. Import the respective packages. New response entity. Right. Now the controller is ready. Now, since it is what? Insert operation. So what mapping we need to apply? At the rate post mapping. That's it. So already we have given the API here. API/accounts. When you are doing post operation, automatically it's going to enter into this method open account. Whatever the account DTO object we are giving, by using account service. By using account service, we are calling which method? Open account method. So whatever the object you are passing, first we are converting that object into account object using account mapper, and by using account repository, we are persisting our account object into the table. And finally, what you are returning, again we are converting this saved account object into DTO, and we are giving that back to the controller. We are giving back to the controller, right? And we are providing HTTP status as created. Now, clear? Any questions up to here? Now, let us run this project. Now, how to test it? Open Postman tool. Go with the method called as post. And what is the API? http:// 8080/API/accounts means it's going to enter into this class API/accounts. And since the method call is post, it enters into this method post mapping. Now in body, go with JSON, provide the data here. What details I need to provide? Customer name, then account balance. We are providing what? Customer name and account balance. Should go in double quotes, okay. So no need to provide account number because it is auto generated. Now click on this send button. See what it sends it? Created. Because we have given the HTTP status as created. And see account number it is giving 1 and customer name null, account balance 0.0. So some mistake happened over here. Let me delete this. Select start from accounts. Right, it has created. Now let me delete all the records from this table. How to delete all the records? Truncate table accounts. Select star from accounts. So there are no records. So the mistake what we have done here, this one. So we have to take this object data now, and what annotation we have to use? @request body. Right? This annotation is missed. So whatever the account object you are getting from Postman, I should be able to add it. So we have to take the data in the form of request body. Now run the project again. Come to Postman and say, now once again send. See, now it is created. See, account number, name, and account balance. You can add some more accounts. I'm creating some more accounts here. So totally 3 accounts we have created. Check your database table. So we are in totally 3 records present in our table. So what we have done? We have done with the open account. We have created the module. So which module we have done? This one. Open account we have completed. This one. Okay. Clear up here? Any questions? So need to practice compulsory. If you practice only, we can remember the codes. Okay. Now, so let me stop here, and all the remaining things I'll be completing in tomorrow's class. Then day after tomorrow, we'll go with the front end and develop the UI design part using Angular. Okay. Please practice this before you join in tomorrow's class. Thank you very much.